Hello everyone. So welcome back to another video, and in today's video we will gonna look at two important scenario based DAX question that has been asked in the MNCs related to the Power BI interview questions. So without further ado, let's get started. So here's a question number one. So here you can see write a measure to show top two products sold separated by this pipe symbol in each of the country. So basically the scenario is that this is my country region column which is coming from the customer table. Before that, let me show you how our data model looks like. So this is the data model. It's a star schema where I'm having sales table which is my fact table, and then I'm having some dimension table: sales order, product, reseller, date, customer. And these all are connected with the sales table via one to many relationships. It means these all can filter the sales table, and I'm having a measure table which is just for storing my measure. Let's get back to the question. Okay, so question is that according to the total sales, I need to find out, like in Australia, what are the top two performing products. In Canada, what are the top two performing products. So this is my scenario. So let's solve this. So for solving such kind of questions, like we can make use of some DAX functions, which is top n and as well as rank x, where we rank categories based on some amount in ascending or descending order, and then we choose the top two or top three rows according to the situation, right? So here my preference is to create first a summarize table where we summarize the products based on the sales amount, and then we order it in the descending order so that the top two products come uh, in the first and second rows. So how can you go about that? Let me tell you. So I am using this DAX query view where I can write a DAX query with the evaluate function. So okay, I have written it beforehand. So let me show you what it is doing. Okay, so let's skip this. Let's write the query with the scratch. So I'm writing this the evaluate function that lets me define the virtual table. So I'm gonna make use of a variable, and let's name this variable table. Okay, so here I can make use of a summarize table, a summarized X function, which is similar to the group by and SQL. So how can you use that? So I'm gonna write summarize. So what table you need to it is asking for the parameter table. So I need to summarize the product table because I here is a requirement to find the top two products. So that's why I'm summarizing the product table. Second parameter group by column name. So I need to find the product name. So product table, product column, right? And here then I just need to include one group by column, and then let's name the column sales. And for this the expression would be total sales. This is a measure that I have created already, which is just the sum of the sales amount column in my sales table. Here we go, let's run this query. So let's return table variable that I have created. Okay, I'm gonna run this query. Let us see what it is getting. Okay, so it has summarized the sales according to the product, right? So now I'm gonna make use of a add column DAX function. So I'm gonna add a column to this table, and I'll rank each row based on the sales amount. So how can you do that? So I'm gonna make use of another variable. Let's give it a name table2 equal. I'm gonna make use of a add column DAX function that lets us add a column in the table. So the table that I'm gonna add column to the upper table that I've created, the virtual table that is stored in the table variable, right? So I'm gonna say Power BI, hey, why don't you add the column in this table, which is the rank column. So I will rank it. I will name it rank. I need to pass the rank in the string, and then the expression would be rank x. I can make use of a rank x function. So here the table is the upper table, expression. So I'm gonna make use of total sales, because on the basis of sales amount I need to rank each row value. I can skip it. Order would be descending order, so that the top cells comes, that the rows that is having the highest cells comes initially, right? Let me close this. Okay, so let us see what does it return. Table 2. Okay, let us run this query. Okay, so it has you can see it has ranked the rows. Each row I'm getting the different rank based on the sales amount. So now I can make use of a filter function. And how can you do that? So I'm gonna say, hey, uh, filter this table, which is a table 2, because in this table I have the ranks. And in filter expression I can make use of a I will tell that I will tell Power BI that in the rank column I just want the ranks which is less than or equal to 2. Okay, so let's run this query. Okay, so here I have the ranks. So the top, the first product that I am getting is Mountain 200 Black 38 and Mountain 200 Black 42. So I have just I'm now just having the top two products here according to the sales amount. So now I can make use of a measure, and I can define this whole thing in the variable, and then I can make use of a CONCATENATEX DAX function, and I can pass this product column in that, so that all the values in the product column, all the like this one and this one, will be separated by the new line. So CONCATENATEX is an iterator that will iterate through each row of the table, and it will combine the values that it will get, right? So I'm gonna copy this. Copy. Let's go here and write a new measure. Okay, so here let's name it as top two products. Copy our tags. Okay, so I have defined the table. Now this will become the input for the concatenate x DAX function. So this would be the table that would be having just two products. I have showed you already. And in the expression I will give the product, because I want the list, I want the product name separated by the delimiter, and delimiter would be my pipe symbol, right? So yes, let's commit to this measure. Okay, so let us see what does it return. Okay, so here you can see clearly this is a pipe symbol. Okay, so let me let's include some space. Okay, now it is more visible. So for Australia the top two products are this. For Canada the top two products are these, separated by the new line. So this is the question, and you can solve this with this approach. You can also make use of top and text function, which lets you select the top two rows based on some conditions. So yes, this is all about this question. Okay, so let's solve this question, which is a question number second in this video. Let me rename it. Okay, so question number 2 is highlight mean with red and max with green and other with the gray. So this is one of the most frequently asked interview question based on DAX in Power BI. So what does interview ask is that this is a column chart, and the highest amount should be, the bar with the highest amount should be green, and the bar with the lowest amount should be red, and other bar should be formatted with gray color, right? So here United States is the is having highest sales, so this bar should be highlighted in green, and Canada is having the lowest sale, so it should be highlighted with red, and other four bars should be highlighted with gray. So this is the question related to the conditional formatting, and that can be done with the DAX. So how can you do that? So for the time being, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna convert it into the table visual to make you understand more clearly. So let's make it a table visual. Okay, so country column is coming from sales territory 2, right? This table, sales territory 2, and total sales is a sum of sales amount. So let us write the measure. How can we solve this new measure? And let's name it conditional formatting. Okay, so here I will declare a variable, and first here I'm interested in finding out, like the data that is present in the visual in the current context, right? There are two columns, country and the measure total sales. This two components is making up my visual, right? So within this data, what is the maximum sales for what is the highest sales, right? So I'm gonna name this variable max cells. So here I want, so this is of course a table, right? So I want to iterate through this table, and I want to find out like what is the highest value, right? So let's do that. So I can make, uh, I can make use of MAXX text function, so it lets us enter into the table, right? So what would be my table? So here's a question: what would be my table? So table would be uh, like my table would be what? The country column. So I can introduce a virtual table here. So firstly, I need to remove the filters from the country column, because if I drag any measure in this visual, if I drag any measure in this visual, so what will happen? This filter context will work, right? Country has the filter context here. That is why we are here able to show different sales values is splitting up, but we have to change the filter context here, right? We want that ignore all the filters that is here, that is being introduced in the visual from the country column. So for removing the filters from a column, I we can make use of all text function, and I can pass the column country column, which is of course coming from the sales territory 2, right? So this would return a table with all the values in a country column. And now in the second argument, I can make use of expression would be my total sales. So this will find out for me what is the maximum amount irrespective of the any filters. So let's return what is the max sales it is giving. Let's drag this. Okay, so here you can see it is ignoring the country filter, because for this measure it will work. Of course we have not removed the filters, but for the conditional formatting we have removed this, right? So the reason behind doing so is that we here need to compare, like in each row what row is matching with the maximum cells, right? So here there is a match, right? So further we can define if statement, and we can tell Power BI like where total cells equals conditional formatting, right? Total cells equal the max cells, then you can highlight it with the green color, right? So here there is a match, and in other rows there would be not any match, right? So that is why we have done this. Similarly, we will create another variable for the minimum cells, because we need to highlight the minimum bar with the red color. So I will name it as mean cells. Similar to that, I will copy this, and I will make use of a MINX text function that will fetch the minimum value, right? So let's verify this as well, whether it is giving the correct result or not. Minimum cell. Okay, so here you can see the minimum cell is having Canada, and for each row it is giving me the minimum cells, so that I can write the if condition. So here there is a match, so highlight the Canada with the red color. So yes, we are almost uh, at the end of the solving this question. What we can do next is return. I can make use of a if statement, and logical test would be if my total sales equals to max cells, the variable that I've created above, then give me green. Otherwise, one more if condition, if total sales is equal to minimum sales, then give me red. Otherwise, I can define else condition, otherwise give me gray, right? Let's close the parentheses and commit to this measure. Okay, so let us see what it is getting, what does it return. Okay, so for United States, which is of course the highest sales, green, and for Canada, red, and other are other at other places I'm getting gray color. Okay, so now I can replace this green, red, and gray with the hex code, so that I can make use of conditional formatting. So I am already having the hex code for this. So let's copy. For green, this is the hex code. I'm gonna copy this and paste this. Similarly for red, copy, and for gray. Okay, so let's convert it into the column chart again. And yeah, so here let us go to the columns, and here I can make use of conditional formatting, right? This I can choose field value, and I can here choose the measure that I've created. Okay, so here's the magic, right? That this is what we wanted. United States is highlighted with green, Canada is having lowest sales, which is red, and others are gray. So yeah, this is all about the questions, and this is all about this video. And guys, if you like my content, so please do subscribe to my channel and like my videos and share it with your friends, family, and other. Thank you so much. I'll see you next video.